the Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta, Georgia, live on Apple TV on this midweek match night, with Atlanta playing from right to left and Lobjanidze getting in for Rios to score. That's inside 20 seconds, folks, and that's the start they needed.
Who's the right place, right time type of striker. It makes no mistake, a little bit unfortunate with the deflection. He doesn't catch all of it, but there's enough of direction on his strike that he tucks it away.
The touch, and receiving it back is Schliess. Now Silva goes wide, it's got a man in the middle, he goes near post, it's then poked in by Lobjanidze, who's in on the line, and Atlanta have a second. It is summertime, and it's all going the way of the Five Stripes tonight.
He just pops it in real quick, gets it back and goes again. And in these moments, this is when Silva is frightening to deal with. One-on-one situations.
A little look at the expected goals from the leading lights tonight. Muyumba's up to 0.25. Here's a chance to back on and get it back in, and he has! New York City score. He takes his chance. They halve the deficit. They are back in this game. A game where the next goal could be so crucial.
Looks okay until Schliess takes a heavy touch. And then he's trying to connect back to Williams, who's upset at him. But Bakrar takes advantage of it. He's just lurking around.
He played only 6 minutes this season before entering the game as a second-half substitute. And now, Silas Magno can level the scores in Atlanta. Redemption. The man from Rio with the equalizer. It's New York City's comeback tonight in Georgia, and it's 2-2 with 8 minutes to play.
Magno says, I'll take it from here as well. Steps up. Howie just slows himself down at the last second.
Concer unable to find a way through. Red Bull persistent again. Carmona! Just like that.
Finds Carmona, just strikes through it. So clean with the technique to go past Sirois. No chance, but the same problems for Montreal playing out.
Choinière or Martinez? It will be Martinez in! Via a deflection. Joseph Martinez with an equalising goal for CF Montreal.
You can see Lassiter just rolls it back just to change the trajectory a little bit. And with this weather, with this storm, Joseph Martinez just knows he's got to put it on target. To give
Cameron Harper over the set piece. Myriad of maybes awaiting the service. Harper's ball in. Him right across goal, and it goes in. It's disaster for Mathis Choinière.
Comes towards that back space and just comes right off the inside of that left leg, and you can see by the reaction.
10 minutes remaining. Can Joseph Martinez give Montreal a lifeline? Of course he can. 110 and counting for Joseph Martinez as Montreal claw their way back into the realm of relevance.
Joseph Martinez steps up to the spot, and who else stays calm and cool with the finish.
After the armbar from Mensah, free kick now for Wagner. Lofts it into that danger area. Glesnes is free. Elliott is free. And Mbadiemo on the doorstep. On this night, Philly are desperate for a win. It's Ty Mbadiemo with his 4th goal of the season. The Union off and running.
Elliott trying to get on the end of it, sends it off the crossbar, open again, plays it right back across to Baribo. All he has to do is redirect it, loses his mark, you get 3 bodies.
Philadelphia, 2 goals to the good. So threatening from set pieces, a league leading 15 goals in MLS this season from set pieces, and it's Glesnes with his first of the year, and Philadelphia cruising at 2-0 up.
Be the sole player that's going to make the near post run. This time it's Glesnes That brings Farrell, just gets on the wrong side of Farrell, does so well, shields him off, gets there first, but what a beauty of a header that is. All he has to do is glance that to the far post, doesn't even have to make great contact, just redirects it to the far post. Ivacic.
It's just in those positions when he does overlap and get into good spots that sometimes the service has let him down.
Yeah, the final product, exactly. Nuwa doing whatever he can, does so well to get on the wrong side of Arriaga.
And has Baribo to aim for time. Baribo! Ivacic got a piece, but Philadelphia look on their way to snapping their 10-game winless run.
Well, to find that far post, Ivacic even gets something on it, but there's just enough. Spin.
Spalding. Space to lift the cross, and then Blake palming away. Forced into a ton of work with doing it there by Rektarovic. And Ian Harkes will have a strike. Ian Harkes! There's one back. The Union so close to their fourth down one end, and Ian Harkes has smacked it up banger for his first goal of the season. And New England with a route back into it.
To impact this play defensively, Ian Harkes does so well. That is a tough angle.
Now Wagner looking for the quick response in towards Ty Baribo! An instant response! That's also a hat trick for Ty Baribo! So long in the dark here in Philly. He has come out and shown what he is worth to this club.
Brilliant first touch to set himself up. He's the one that offers up that space in behind for Wagner to be able to take it first time into his path. Look at that first touch.
Glesnes doing well to break lines in towards Quinn Sullivan. Edge of the area. Now having a strike towards goal! On a night that's about his brother, Quinn Sullivan says, I'm still here. Cavan over to celebrate with him. That is a banger from Quinn Sullivan. Philadelphia 5-1 up.
First touch that allows him to be able to have some space and no one closes him down. What a strike this is from the 20-year-old. Takes a little step back to set himself up. Another touch to prepare, and then a third touch. Whips it to that far post, tucks it in. 5-1, the separation.
Is going to be making that run around the penalty spot of the 6. And then it's a tap-in, otherwise he was swarmed.
Given away by Malanda, and now Cucho Hernandez. It is him yet again. And Columbus break through just after half an hour.
Strikers in the league, sitting on the 12 goals. He's been lights out since CONCACAF Champions Cup.
Well, Dean Smith's changes about 8 or 9 minutes ago have certainly made an impact. This is the most dangerous for the longest stretch we've seen from Charlotte, as this is over the top for Agyemang. Yank from behind, Hagen off his line, Agyemang again, patience, and through the legs of Hagen, and Charlotte have equalized. Well, they've been waiting for their moment. They've bent and not broken, and finally broken through.
Charlotte can get right back in this. A ball over the top. We wondered, how is Agyemang going to be utilized? Well, he gets the ball over the top. Hagen comes off his line. He doesn't get it.
Also won the Scudetto as well. Man watching into Miami, playing ball in behind. Gomez goes for goal. The first real moment of magic, and Diego Gomez in his final game before going to the Olympics with an absolute rocket to give him to Miami the lead.
That's what he did. It just hits an absolute rifle, but we talked about who would be the facilitator with Busquets not on the team. Redondo steps up, delivers an inch-perfect pass in behind, and Diego Gomez.
Stepping back away. Gressel on his right foot, delivered towards the far post. Redondo with the header, it's two! Slack marking from Toronto FC, and Fede Redondo takes full advantage. Power header after a super delivery from Gressel. Inter Miami lead by 2-0.
Federico Redondo to the back post. Davy Flores actually keeps him on side from Toronto FC. See Davy Flores there. He makes his run early. That's what keeps Redondo on.
They look, John Herdman talked about it this weekend. They play Montreal. He feels that's a big 6-pointer.
It's a good step.
Gressel, two at the far post. Gomez pulls it back. It's another goal. It's a super team goal as well. Redondo didn't have to wait long for goal number 2 for Inter Miami.
From Aviles winning this now.
They are absolutely rolling in the second half.
Pressure from Aviles to open up this game. The wherewithal from Gressel to see the run. And then when you have committed midfielders occupying space, it's going to lead to good.
Shane O'Neill. Marshall Ruti. Very talented young player. Wusu on the turn. Good skill from him. Ruti back for Marshall Ruti. Good ball out wide. And they've got one back. Etienne coming inside on his right foot. Curled it to perfection into the bottom corner. So the clean sheet is gone.
It's a little bit of a good touch from Kobe Thompson to play in Marshall Ruti, who just slots it coolly into this place. And what a clinical finish.
Elvis Powell. Shields flicks it toward the halfway line. Here's a bad header from Keller, and it's a chance for Kuipers. Kuipers driving into the penalty area, cutting it back, and it is turned in. Brian Gutierrez and the Chicago Fire have struck on the counter. A mistake by Keller, and Chicago makes Cincinnati pay 1-0 to the visitors.
Thought he was going to try to go it alone, but instead unselfish. And Gutierrez, the super sub. You wondered why he wasn't in the 11. Squad rotation.
Ball out of the back by Bahisson, and oh, it barely falls for Sardis. Wolf also was there.
Just couldn't get out of his feet, Wolf.
That happened with Driussi a moment ago as well. Here's a long ball, and Sabalang, Logan Farrington, and here's Arriola arriving, and Farrington squares in time, and it's a goal for Paul Arriola. 10 minutes into the game, Arriola's second of the year, and FC Dallas have announced their presence at home against Austin FC to take the lead.
3 white shirts haven't got the desire to get back, but the Dallas captain has it, and all he's got to do is pass that into the back of the net.
They do have 2 wins on the road this year. Smash and grab at Houston. Played a significant portion of the game against 10-man Minnesota and 1 on the road. 3 draws in road games this season as well. Ball into the feet of Sardis. Sardis 105 career goals and added another one to it. 2 weeks ago, he rose into the rare air of the top 10 in MLS history in goals, and that goal rises into the rare air of the top corner. And a very quick answer found by Austin FC.
Just look at the space he's got though, Mark. They don't communicate, they don't come over, but take nothing away from that. He's got to go more in the corner. Because as I said, a good save, but it was a nice height. Take 2.
Yes, it is. Take 2 for Peter Musa. And he goes to a different side. An absolute laser into the top corner. And he lets them know about it afterwards.
Yeah.
He's been booked for the trash talk after the goal. But you can't take a penalty any better than that.
Now we've got a derby.
And you are right, Warren Barton.
But what a penalty. No doubt about that.
Sabalang has lost it in the middle of the park. Down goes Lletget hard, but it fell nicely for Farfan, who pushed it into space for Arriola, who has 1 goal, and he's driving, and he lays it off, and it's finished by Marco Farfan! Arriola was the recipient of a great layoff earlier tonight, and now he sets up Marco Farfan!
Clearly onside, and then have you got the awareness? I'm thinking to yourself, go yourself and shoot, open your body up, but he's got the awareness. And Marco
Clark.
Oh, that's dangerous. Very dangerous.
Intercepted by Dahomey. Benteke. Oh, down I-35. Benteke! If not by air, then by ground for the big man.
And then it comes the other way. Benteke has a lot to do here. Has a lot to do, the big man. Gets a little bit of luck there. And then he keeps his nerve here and he gets it underneath. St. Hughes was fantastic.
And they played a completely different way and were a completely different team, at least in how he influenced the game when he was out there.
Now they got to find the new Reynoso, the scouting department. Oh, wow. He's in.
McVeigh took a wrong step. Oluwaseyi! He really is becoming a true North Star.
been concerned about this DC United line. It's been a little bit high with all the pace that Minnesota have. It's a great header, Hassani Dodson. But watch the composure. He slows himself down. And that
Gonzalez. So jumping in the path over McVeigh. Oh, Rocher. Good. It's Teemu Pukki!
to maybe set it apart. And Robin Lod was always going to be the guy. It comes to him, and there he gets it. Finn to Finn, and there's the finish.
His assist is coming this month of July. Picks out Benteke, the header to the front door. Herrera, the All-Stars meet in the middle. And even this game at 2 in the 90th. 3 years ago on the nose.
And it's a corner for DC United. You know you're going for Christian Benteke. This game might not be over. Oh!
It's to Benteke!
Oh,
blowing up the whole plan for Minnesota United. For the taking for DC United.
Set pieces are definitely your friend on the roll. There's Bartlett getting up.
He gets for the free kick for Orlando City. Martino Ojeda over the ball. We look at Joe Willis, the 35-year-old in his 5th year with Nashville. This ball hit in, and a 1-0 lead by Orlando. It is Araujo with the finish. And the Lions roaring early, and Nashville have taken a 1-0 lead.
Is marking them. If it wasn't going to be Araujo, then Torres would have put it into the back of the net. And we know that Nashville's problem at the moment is from set pieces, but that...
A bench that includes Luis Muriel, the former Atalanta striker who is not part of the starting lineup. This ball takes a deflection in! Second goal for Orlando City. They double the lead.
Just ends up going into the back of the net. Just see, comes off wheel. He knows absolutely nothing about it, but it's wonderful delivery.
Angulo cut centrally, lays this off. Muriel with a shot blocked away. Enrique fires and scores! Ramiro Enrique rewarded for his efforts tonight. And it looks as if Orlando will make it a happy plane ride back to Central Florida. They are up by 3 on the road.
It's brilliant play, but what I would say is another substitute in Smith. He started the play with a great ball to Angulo, and then Orlando were on their way.
Segura goes into the feet of Bouanga. Now Ilie.
They've actually used Segura as a 6 as an end-of-game replacement, too, for Ilie Sanchez.
McMahon gets that very wrong. Oliveira into an open goal! That's been a problem for Salt Lake a couple times this season. Steve Cherundolo will take it. Christian Oliveira will take it on his return from Copa America. It's 1-0 LAFC.
From Zach McMath. For his experience, it is inexplicable to give LAFC a Katranis. Now it's interesting whether or not Oliveira's going to hit this.
Yeah, he is. He sends it low, and it's in! Wow! What a goal from Brian Vera. Low with pace through everybody. Level in LA.
From Ilie Sanchez that throws Hugo Lloris off. That deflection right there is why it's 1-1 Real Salt Lake here in LA.
Bringing a 3-match unbeaten run into this one with a pair of wins against St. Louis City and Sporting Kansas City, along with Saturday's draw against New York Red Bull. 1-1 the final, but those were all at home at Dick's Sporting Goods Park. Long diagonal ball over for Fagundes! Diego Fagundes opens the scoring in the 12th minute, and LA out in front.
And another phenomenal ball from Peck here. Fagundes just has to bring that one down, and perfect timing to strike that ball with the laces underneath. Zach Steffen, who's unable to get down in time. Really difficult to defend against if you're the Colorado Rapids because you want to press high, you want to sit back at times, pick and choose your moments.
Lewis off and running. Cabral in front! And Cabral has tied it at 1. Against his former club, he somehow gets a left foot to it. It's that quick in transition. Game on here in LA.
Cabral just running as fast as he can to get to that near post. Jalen Neal arriving late. Mickey Imani arriving late. And there's Cabral right on the doorstep with the left foot, able to put that one in, and he just...
Cedillo will win it. Peck matched up against Ronan. Peck just trying to push it into space. Peck using his pace to get into open field. Paintsill inside. It's Peck for Paintsill! A masterclass in transition from the Galaxy, and Joseph Paintsill restores the LA lead.
This is world-class ability from him just to create this separation. Head up and then on the left foot to put that in perfectly. It's not.
First learned it at the great Dr. Joe Mackney's camp many, many years ago. Paintsill off and running here. Out in front, and it's 3-1! All the P's are firing. Ricky Pooch getting in on the scoring summary. What a ball from Paintsill, and what a finish.
Slots it to him, and look at this finish, Rogo. First time, side netting, back post, doesn't have to overhit it, knows exactly where he wants.
As we close in on 9 minutes complete of added time here in the first half. Navajo to pull one back, and McCarthy says no, but the follow-up from Ronan. Excuse me, it's Cole Bassett on the header, who's encroaching as well in front of Bassett.
At times, Smets probably pulls his hair out with some of the decisions being made, but you know he's capable of doing things that not many in Major League Soccer as a left back are capable of doing.
Alex Roldan's got a beat, hit it firm, and it's in! Jordan Morris is not going to claim it. I believe it went off Tim Parker, but the pressure from Alex Roldan provided the impetus for the opening goal here in the 27th minute.
Pushing the ball up and over the crossbar, protecting the right shoulder of his goalkeeper, Roman Berkey. This time, he's worried about the movement and the run of Jordan Morris.
To the far post, Bell! The second comes early, 4 minutes into this second half, and John Bell scores for the first time.
Just rising up like a salmon to make it 2-0 in favor of the home side here at Lumen Field.
The Baltimore native,
Blake Price, Paul Dolan bringing you all the action. These two Western Conference foes. White looking for gold. Still in. Melia White! An absolute inevitability. You can't stop him. His 8th in the last 5 matches. The Whitecaps are on the board. It's 1-0.
Fighting it at the end. And as much as they're happy to see that goal go on the board, Brian White looking up at the sky. Oh, it could have been mine.
That's the reaction. You're right. Chased back by Ryan Gaul. Makes the nice turn, though. Gets some space on the Whitecaps captain. Shalloway inside for Tommy. More of that chemistry. A little bit of room for Tommy now. Cutting that back. Shalloway outside of the foot. Loose for Agata. And we're tied at 1.
And it's his hard strike from inside the box that forces Takaoka to parry it away. Uses the outside of the right foot to get that shot off quickly.
Veselinovic for Kubas. Space to make the turn now. Zips one in for Berhalter. Berhalter looking for Pico with the header! Pico's on a tear now too! Perfect service, perfect header. And just like that, the Whitecaps have found their stride again. It's 2-1.
And as a wide right wingback, he's been fantastic lately. Look at that service from Berhalter. A wide open Pico.
Drops as far as Franco Escobar. Bassi, Kowalczyk.
Gaines. Better from Houston. Is there one in this? Pulled back across over the head. Smack first time. And there's that all-elusive goal. Daniel Steres to the rescue late on for the Houston Dynamo.
And going. What I like is the ability of Mackenzie Gaines to just have the presence of mind to lay it off to Amine Bassi, and then you